They always have a lot of fancy name for naming all kind of things. Like they say low self-esteem. And they don't want you to understand what really going on in the world, the law of the universe. And understand what is energy. Understand the use of energy and voltage. And let you know about you got to be charged. They say you have low self-esteem because you living by guilt and shame. As a youngster, a lot of young people, they say you're shy, you're not polite. When they say you're not polite, you know that's low voltage again. You're shy, that's low voltage again. Low self-esteem is low voltage. Because all these things been backed up. Been backed up with the unconscious. So the shame and guilt from all different areas, all different everything what you do. You have this wants and you keep a lot of people poor. That let a lot of people poor. The wants and the needs, but the shame and guilt is the offspring. This is the offspring too. I tell you about a lot of offspring. I will continue to tell you all the offspring. We'll find all the offspring and let you know. But what the shame and the guilt do? People guilty of feeling that they're doing something and somebody gonna look at it like they want to outdo them. That is not how it goes, so you outdo the master. And a lot of people being shamed because the two things are entangled to, you know. Whenever you're shamed, you're guilty of something. Whenever you're guilty, you're ashamed of something. So then, from childhood, you're shamed because you don't have the law that change your clothes as your friend. In sport, you got a lot of people being shamed. And that these things cause from these things create the same negativity. Hate and jealous. That's how the thing work. But you don't blame yourself because that's the demon working, and when the demon working, you don't take no responsibility, as I said in the earlier video. Don't take responsibility for what the demon done. That's not you. If you got to take responsibility for what the demon do, you're doing yourself a harm. And you can't supposed to harm yourself because the demon will tell you to suicide. The demon will tell you things to do that if you have heart attack. And when they do the autopsy, you know they find it that they're gonna come up with food. You get heart attack from drinking alcohol. You get heart attack by doing smoking. You get heart attack by eating a slice of bread. Not so. Because the shame and the guilt, you have things where you don't want to expose. Like a lot of men have ailment like hemorrhoid. They don't speak about it. They think hemorrhoid is something they got to hide because the place where it's at. But hemorrhoid is vain. I see people in Jamaica been hiding hemorrhoid all the years, all over black men. Hiding hemorrhoid. They don't want nobody to know that they have hemorrhoid. Because I always say to myself, if I talk to myself a lot, I always say to myself, say maybe why they hide it, they want to use the place for other activity. Because if you never want to use that place for other activity, I don't know why you'd hide that you have hemorrhoid. I don't even call it hemorrhoid, I want it to look dirty. I say pile. And that caused from backed up from low voltage. A lot of different, if I should explain what really caused that pile, it's gonna take me too long to do this 10-minute video. But the shame so implant in you by the demons, want and need, it creates a very serious unconscious. And it is a useful exuberance which you can use in different areas. I can explain some of these areas where the shame and the guilt can use. You got a lot of people, the shame of gray hairs. It is so awesome now to get your hair dyed. And see where the doctor come in good now? You can take all the dents. The dents like these are dents. Of age denting. Dents, they are dents. Like I go to World War II. You can do surgery for them. So all these shames, you can get them out. So you see where the surgery come in? After youth with exuberance, so I go back to my youth. So I don't know why we think we should shame about certain things. And we take in the responsibility where we should not. We take it. I don't take responsibility for shame and pride. I was saying this thing from a young guy. I always say to myself, if I'm on the road, I'm inside of any place and I have diarrhea. I said it to my son a few days ago. I see how to kill himself, rushing like somebody running down to reach the restroom. I say, what happened? He say, I have diarrhea. I say, if you watch school, what you gonna do? You're gonna mess up yourself. I say, let me tell you something. This is what I practiced in my mind all my days of youth. I said, if I'm in the bus park or anywhere at, I'm gonna drop my pants. I'm gonna pull down my underclothes and I'm gonna do it the same place where I stand. Then I go. Let the cops come and charge me. Because guess what? I am not gonna travel around with that mess in my clothes. So I have no pride. I won't feel guilty. No matter the palace. So long as I can reach to that restroom and there's no restroom, I'm not gonna use my underwear, use my pants for a toilet. I'm gonna drop down, I'm gonna go right back down. I'm black man, I'm a soul slave. And put it, the slave never usually about in restroom. They usually go under the tree. And when I get up, I will never guilty of doing that. Never, ever. Because people are ashamed of even to let out wind. I hear my son pass wind the other evening and he said, sorry daddy. I said to myself, old time teaching. Don't keep that in here and mess you up. That's gas. That's supposed to come out. He said me sorry, he said get out. I said, I think you feel that when it's coming out. He said, no, he does get out on him. I said, look at that. Because we've been going around with this shame and this guilt. And it destroy. I don't even see that word there. It destroy. It destroy. And what we got to do, we got to understand that all these things is from the low voltage. All of these things is low voltage because we can use it as a useful exuberance. We can use it, I'm sure we can use it as useful exuberance. All these shames and guilt. You're guilty about all different kind of things. You take responsibility. And why you want to take responsibility? Value yourself. I need people to value themselves in this world as somebody who can do wrongs too. And get you with criminal activity. It's a crime. And let it be a crime like anybody else.